Wow, what a good show this was.
Great show.
I really enjoyed Extreme Rules 2014.
Native Batista!
Before we start this review, we gotta just point out that smart busting is becoming a trend. Two of our revolutionary brothers on the Revolution channel, Jake Barton and Reaper Taken Over, did smart busting videos. This is a brand now, people, and Blake, I don't care what you say, you are the leader of the revolution, so subscribe today! Alright, so we didn't watch the fucking pre-show. I felt like not killing myself tonight.
Right,
so,
no ELC for me.
So the show starts off with RVD versus Cesaro versus Swagger. Expectations were very high for the quality of this match, even though the fucking booking it was almost guaranteed to be shit. So, oh god. As soon as RVD comes out, Cole goes, well, as we all know, RVD is known as the whole damn show. He's the whole fucking show. Stop rewriting history to fit your...
but that's not PG, Taz. Native Batista! Right on purpose straight!
So I wanted to kill Michael Cole before the fucking show even starts. So Cesaro was on the apron at one point. RVD flips over the apron, lands on the floor, and powerbombs Cesaro onto the floor. What do our brilliant commentators have to say about that? Cole goes, wow!
That's the running theme tonight. The commentary was so bad.
They were talking about how fat Coulter and Heyman were during the entire match.
Oh, let's not forget, guys, last Monday on Raw, Heyman pulled Coulter's mustache.
Oh, I love it, Maggle!
Oh, man!
The Walrus! So, at one point, Swagger was lying...
His mustache is solid steel!
Swagger was lying in the corner. Cesaro and RVD were trading punches, and Cole goes, there's bodies lying everywhere! There's just... So, of course, Swagger's the first one to get eliminated. It was a cool spot. Cesaro did his suplex thing, and Frog Splash hit him. But
that is not an easy suplex to do, because Swagger's fucking huge.
Why was this an elimination match? Because the match went on for like 10 minutes after he was eliminated. You could have had Swagger doing cool things that whole time, but no, he got eliminated. Complete burial. But whatever. Cesaro won in the end. He did a neutralizer onto a garbage can. There was legit hardcore antics in this match. Garbage can shits.
RVD got busted open, man!
None of that kendo stick shit. So, neutralizer onto the fucking garbage can. Good match. But I hate the booking. I hate that Swagger gets buried because like, Cesaro's going to get pushed no matter what. So, good match.
Nice opening bout, Taz.
But shit booking and shit commentary. Very shit commentary, but good match. So we get a backstage segment with Steve Cropper and Stephanie. Cropper is being treated by the doctor. We get it. He's hurt. He's going to go into the match hurt, get beat up, and win. We know. Stop trying to hammer this point home that he's an underdog. We get it. So Stephanie comes in and like tries to help Brian because she's a heel, and that's what heels do. They try to be nice to the face. And then she calls him Kane's bitch. And then tells him that she shouldn't fight because he's hurt. We get it. Fuck you. Believe vignette comes up next. I fucking love Bo Dallas, that's all I'm going to say. So, next match, Rusev versus Xavier Woods and R-Truth. Lana dedicates the match to Vladimir Putin. It was fucking hysterical, very old school. The Russian Euro villain, it's something nice. And Lana has them titties that were bobbling out of her fucking jacket. Cleavage, man. And she's got the legs. Give me some of that. Give me some of that ravishing Russian, man, even though she's from, like, Florida.
Yeah, she's really from Florida.
I don't care, she's fucking hot. So, it was a fun little match. Rusev took out Woods before it started, which was nice, and...
Rusev is unlike other big monsters like Tyson Tomko, Nathan Jones, Luther Reigns. Remember that guy? He's unlike them because he can actually move and do shit like Brock Lesnar.
He did a running, spinning wheel kick, which was very impressive. For some reason, in WrestleMania 2000, they gave Mideon that move. Mideon could fucking barely move, but they gave it to him in the game. I don't know what that's all about. Fun fact for all yous out there. So, of course, he wins with the camel clutch. And he just put on an amazing display, squashing two guys at once. And what does JBL have to say after the match? This guy's awesome. And then King says, look how wide he is.
Great. And for all the smarks who are like, ugh, Rusev, he's got no charisma. The crowd doesn't care. Maybe it's because he's been around for less than a month, you fucking dullard.
So he beats up Woods again after the match, which I love because I fucking hate Xavier Woods with burning passion. So, fun little match. It was nice to see Rusev get revenge on these two fucking assholes for no reason beating him up every week. You shouldn't have to root for the heel in that respect ever. So that's how fucked up this is. So there was a backstage interview with Evolution, and they say they're going to win. And then they do the Shield taunt. Boy, what a match that was, but we'll get to that later. Barrett versus Big Titty Milk Tank. Bad News Barrett is so fucking over. Just big pops. He was getting chants the entire match.
Bull!
Smarks love the boring Nexus, Wade Barrett, and the Bullhammer, and then they complain about bad news. Why?
What is wrong with you people?
This is a real character, ladies and gentlemen. This is an old school wrestling gimmick, and he clearly loves playing it.
He's energized. He's not some... The dumbest Wade Barrett gimmick was that stupid, like, pub... that pub...
I'm a bad knuckle fighter, the Bullhammer, the Bullhammer!
He's in the pubs fighting.
So
It's
stupid.
so stupid.
Didn't work with him at all. He's legitimately funny, and he's being used correctly.
But Smarks don't like it. Oh, leave it to WWE to saddle him with that stupid gimmick. What the fuck do you want
This
to
is
do
a
with
wrestling gimmick, and it's great. And this was also a good match. I actually enjoyed it. Barrett did cool shit. He did all of his finishers. The Winds of Change, Wasteland, which is a very cool finisher.
I think it's
Wasteland is
officially safe to say Big E Langston is a failure, dead weight. Either send him back to NXT, do something with him. He comes out and he looks like a joke, flopping his tits around with that stupid chalk. He needs to get his tits drained. He's not... I don't understand. He's really not that strong. He does the fucking lazy Scott Steiner belly to belly.
Well, occasionally he'll do the overhead one, but
right. But
he was at one point he was lying on the post face down, and his tits were like dangling and like blowing in the wind. It was so weird. But the finish of this match were cool. First of all, I love the way they gave Bad News Barrett, like, he has a black elbow pad, and when he's gonna do the bullhammer, he pulls it inside out and it turns red. That's like traditional wrestling shit, and it's cool. Wrestlers should have things like that when they do their finisher. And he missed with his first bullhammer, so then they do a thing where they're both running, and he jumps and does a flying bullhammer.
Awesome.
Pins it, wins clean. You hardly see heels do that nowadays, so it was nice to see.
Barrett has completely reinvented himself, because when he won the match, it feels like this is the first time he's ever won, but little do you forget, he's had the belt like 5 times in the past.
Yeah, so he gets a big pop when he wins, and I feel bad for Big E, because when he came up, he had everything going for him. He was a big guy, beats up Cena on his first night, and then what do? 2 weeks in, they fucking ruin his attire. Then they turn him face for no reason, and instead of giving him a mic to showcase his supposed amazing mic skills, they just do nothing with him. They put him on commentary.
And they give him a stupid theme song, so when he comes out flapping his tits, you just can't help but kiss yourself laughing.
He could have been a good monster heel. They just decided to ruin him, and I don't know why. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm glad Bad News Barrett won. I'm sorry for Big E, but I don't, like, this character, Big E, should not get pushed.
And that's the dumbest name, too. Big A!
Butcher is...
Big A!
Big
It's Big E, Cole, not Big A. Big A! Native Batista! The Miracle Cat! Miracle on Bourbon Street!
Big E Langston's like a good wrestling name. Why did they cut it off? But whatever. I'm glad.
Big A.
Good match. Adam Rose vignette. I don't care. 15 years ago, he would have been fine. He could have showed up in like.
Come
Royal
to my
Rumbles.
party. We play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
No one gives
With
a
the Easter
shit.
Bunny. Shove the lollipop up his ass.
So Evolution versus The Shield.
I thought this would be the main event.
It should have been the main event. It was the match of the night, regardless. Match of the fucking decade, maybe.
No.
Well, on par with Shield Wyatt's. This fucking match was awesome. So Rollins sells like nobody else. He makes every move look painful. And he's not like overselling where it looks fucking ridiculous like floppy fish Ziggler. He just looks like he's taking a fucking beating. And when Ambrose comes in and starts going apeshit, it makes you so excited. Anyone who has a problem with the way he fights can go straight and fuck themselves, alright?
Why was the crowd mercilessly booing Batista like he stole Daniel Bryan's spot and is a belt hog?
Remember when he put Bryan over at fucking WrestleMania, tapping out in the middle of the ring? Remember when that happened?
This wasn't heel booing, this was go away booing, and for the life of me, I don't get it.
Oh.
What do you want him to do?
They want him to leave. I don't know why. So when Ambrose knocked Orton down, he screamed, "Believe in the Shield, bitch!" And I was like, "Yeah! I believe in the Shield, motherfucker!" Although I wouldn't mind if Evolution won. They're cool too. He put Orton in the figure 4, which was kind of cool. I thought that was interesting. What was I going to do? Oh, whenever Reigns gets Irish whipped into the steps, he fucking sells it like a man. People go in it and they just go, ugh, and they just fall. Reigns goes through the steps and the steps go flying and it looks painful. The Shield know what they're doing. They're good wrestlers. Every single one of them, so fuck you who don't like Roman Reigns. They triple powerbomb Batista, which was awesome. Reigns kicked out of a pedigree, so Triple H is allowing people to kick out of his finisher, unlike some people, John Cena.
But Triple H buries people.
Right, he really buried the Shield tonight. So the match eventually breaks down into a really epic hardcore brawl. They go deep into the crowd. Batista and Reigns are down in the ring. Rollins, Ambrose, Orton, and Triple H go into the crowd, and they're just beating the shit out of each other. Fucking Ambrose gets thrown down a flight of stairs. The brawl's going crazy. Orton and Triple H are beating up Ambrose, and then out of nowhere, from a higher level of the crowd, Rollins jumps and takes out both guys. He jumped from
awesome.
one level of the fucking crowd to the other. Awesome
And it was
shit.
literally out of nowhere. You did not expect it.
They did a really good job of hiding him on the camera. So then Reigns spears Batista in the ring. Batista sold the spear beautifully. We're not just saying that because we love Batista and want people to think he's good. It looked great because of how it was sold. Because one time he speared Cody Rhodes and it looked like complete shit. So good for Batista selling that. He won the Shield win the match. We can't reiterate how awesome this match was. Find a way to see it. It was fucking epic. The Shield are great. Here we go. Triple H putting guys over again. Batista putting guys over. They don't bury anybody. All right?
Unless you wanted Scott Steiner to win the belt in 2003. If that's what you wanted, then okay, maybe Triple H buried him.
So, epic match. 6 out of 5 stars. On the same level as the Shield Wyatt matches. I really enjoyed this match. Find a way to see it. So what do we get next? We get Wyatt versus Cena. God. Cena came out first, which is weird. That never happens. They usually save him for last. He was wearing a new shirt and brand new camo jorts. You really can't see me now. I got my camo on, Cination. The crowd was singing along with his theme, but they were going, John Cena sucks! John Cena sucks! I thought that was very, very, very funny. So, the Wyatts do their entrance, and can you imagine if Big Show was in the Wyatts? He'd be like, eyes out center. We're here. I just thought of that. That was very funny. So, this fucking match was retarded.
This was so Inspector Gadget.
So G-rated. Every time Cena tries to escape the cage, a Wyatt's go like, we're not going to let you escape. And he does like some G-rated antic to get out of being beat up. Like, he pulls fucking Harper into the ring. Just talk about the super Cena-ness of this match.
It was like, I'm going to escape. Oh no, another obstacle. I'm going to overcome this obstacle. Oh no, there's an obstacle over here. I'm going to overcome that one too because you can't see me.
And there's one point where he was going to walk out the door. And Rowan and Harper are both holding the door.
I'm so strong, I can fight both ears and open the door.
And he uses his anchor arms from SpongeBob to push the door open. And I was like, oh my god, we get it. He's Inspector Gadget. He has superhuman strength. You can blow him up with dynamite and he'll still win. We get it. Very, very, very G-rated.
Let him hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3-second tan. I'm gonna go have sex with Brie. Nikki Bella.
I meant Daniel Bryan. What? Ah, Chester, give me some of that pussy.
Goatsy.
So, just fucking terrible. I don't want to talk about any of the shit that happened in the ring because it was just G-rated Super Cena bullshit.
Wyatt's moves were cool.
Explain why you can't have this type of match with Wyatt and Cena.
Because all of Bray Wyatt's moves are dominating power moves where the guy needs to sell it and Wyatt has to stand tall. And Cena won't allow that to happen. It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, anyone who was hoping for a clean Wyatt win tonight, well, that thought was dispelled within the first 10 seconds of the match. So, because Eric Rowan managed to interfere. So, Cena's going to walk out of the cage because all 3 members of the Wyatts are down because he overcame the obstacles and beat up all the Wyatts because he can just do that. And then, as he's about to walk out, the lights go out, they come back on, and there's a little kid, and he's got a microphone, and he starts singing the fucking whole world song with like a creepy voice changer, so he sounds like Darth Vader. And Cena's like, oh no, the children hate me! And then Bray Wyatt hits him with Sister Abigail and walks out of the cage and wins. So, if you think this is the end of the rivalry, or we're going to start a Cena heel turn, you're wrong, because the burial will be completed at Payback. Because he's going to be like, well, you got one and I got one. Let's sell this like men. So, yeah, Wyatt's walk out holding hands with the little kid, and he won. Nice outcome, but a really fucking terrible match. Just awful and boring.
It's all because fucking Cena won't sell anything.
So, Paige versus Tamina Snuka. Cole called Tamina the son of Jimmy Snuka.
Ooh.
We were all thinking it, but you didn't need to say that. Paige is pretty. I like looking at her. So, lots of stiff slams and brawling. Tamina swung Paige against the barricade. You don't see hardcore antics like this and have no
all the while,
Raw.
I thought Jerry Lawler had another heart attack because there was no commentary.
Absolutely none whatsoever.
Every once in a while you hear, that was a nice move.
Yeah, Paige powerbombed Tamina off the top rope. And what does Cole say in his droning monotone voice? Oh, she planted her. No matter what Paige did, the commentators just go like, oh wow, Maggle, oh wow, like, sell the match! Why are they somber? You didn't just witness something horrible. There's a pretty girl beating up an ugly girl. You should be excited. Whatever. Fucking A. Page 1. Offer awesome submission finisher. Mighty fine Divas match. Divas wrestling hasn't been this consistently good in years. I love me some Paige. She's mighty purty, and she can wrestle. Okay? So we get a Wyatt promo. He reveals that the little kid's name is Little Johnny, which is funny. There we go. Bray gives him a little sheet mask. It was very touching. Little Johnny is a creepy little guy. I know Charlie Wolfreich and a bunch of other wrestling fans are probably going to hate the idea of Little Johnny. I think it's kind of funny and creepy, and they should keep him with the Wyatt family. Hope this wasn't just a one-night thing. Little Johnny, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Little Johnny. Maybe
he's working out.
Maybe he can beat up Hornswoggle. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our exciting main event. Steve Cropper versus Kane. Now, this match was just awful.
They were trying to do hardcore spots, but...
It was so bad it was good. It was hysterically bad. Okay, I wrote down every move that they did, and customary to the Daniel Bryan match. Oh my god, this was just so...
And the commentary did not help.
Fucking
This is
bad.
another situation where the commentary was so bad I was laughing.
it sounded like one of our commentary parody videos. It was so bad. Alright, here's every move that Bryan did. Knee to gut, punch, 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 running kick, punch, 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 punch. The Bryan Kinrana, which if you don't know, he does a backflip, and then the guy has to do a front flip off the turnbuckle because Bryan's an asshole. Running kick, running body attack that fucking the Usos do. Why aren't they the best wrestlers in the world? Kendo stick strike, drop toe hold. Great technical wrestler. I'm gonna drop to the floor and trip a guy. Flying drop kick, which is different from a missile drop kick, Michael Cole, you fucking asshole. Flying goat, Maggle. Punch kick, strike with the table cover thing that's made of like rubber. So
it was made of like, no, it was like cardboard, and he hit him, and he immediately realized what a fucking retard he was, and then picked up the real thing.
Strike with a monitor, strike with the other table's cardboard cover. Elbow, 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 a shove, a kick, a tornado DDT. Oh, he did a move! He did a cool move! He did a cool move! That's the only cool move he ever does, and he does it at every pay-per-view, so it's really getting old. Do something different. You have this great, vast move set. Let's see something different. By the way, when Thrasher does a tornado DDT every fucking night on Raw is War, why isn't he the best technical wrestler ever? Kick, 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 punch, a push into the post, kendo stick strike, kendo 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 strike, great technical wrestling. Punch, punch, shovel strike. By the way, these weapon strikes
No, we'll get into that. We'll talk about the backstage segment.
Where did we leave off? Head slam into the production truck, which by the way had a picture of Ezekiel Jackson on it. That's very nice. Punch, 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 punch. Crowbar strike. Raises Kane on a forklift. Oh God, we'll talk about the forklift in detail later. He drives the forklift at 0.5 miles an hour out into the arena, and then, I don't know, he raises Kane up on the forklift, and Kane awkwardly rolls back into the ring. He does a flying headbutt from the raised forklift. We'll talk more about that later. God almighty. He does Hulk up motions, but he's literally doing this.
Yeah, when he's doing his hulking up, his hand is like this, so it looks like he's giving someone a hand job.
He does a botched DDT, like Kane's head clearly went nowhere near the ground. A chair shot, 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 and a chair shot. A crossface with a kendo stick. Why? How does that hurt anymore? If anything, it makes there be less pressure, but whatever. He awkwardly knocks Kane through a flaming table. Don't start whacking your bag. We'll get more into detail on why that wasn't hardcore later. And then the running knee for the win. Kane did a shove, a headbutt, 3 punches, a headbutt, an apron strike, kendo stick strike, punch, punch, big boot kick, throw into a barricade, scoop slam onto a chair, onto the barricade, a throat thrust to a flying cropper, chair shot, sidewalk slam onto a chair, which was cool, a punch, a head smash onto the table, a tabletop strike, yeah, hit him with the cardboard top of the thing, knee, a throw into the steps, a haymaker, a throw into the Titantron, which was cool, throw into an ice bucket, okay. Throw into like a container, another throw into a container, a shove, a head slam onto a container, a throw through double doors, so like why does that hurt? The door's just
fucking
open.
guy's still alive.
Throw into the back of a truck, back body drop onto a car, choke slam, kendo stick strike, one-handed choke slam through the announce table after he caught the flying goat with one arm. And that was all Kane did. So let's explain why some of this hardcore action was anything but hardcore, okay? They go backstage, and like, yeah, he hit him with a crowbar, but it was just so cheesy. He like,
and the way the commentators were
they're
reacting.
like, oh, what's he doing? Oh, he hit him with a crowbar, and what's he doing now?
No. Pretend you're hitting Kane with the crowbar. Oh, wow. Oh man, he's hitting him. Wow, Maggle.
And they had no arena effects. Like, it was just dead silence, so nothing to make you excited. So he puts him on the fucking forklift. Oh my god, this forklift spot. He rolls Kane onto the forklift, and then they're like, oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? And he drives out back to the ring at 5 miles an hour. And it makes, like, it made Big Show driving out in the semi look fucking hardcore as hell. So he drives out, raises the forklift.
What's he gonna do?
Kane awkwardly rolls back into the ring.
But he didn't even like slam into the ring. He just like
gently fell into the ring. So Cropper stands on the forklift, which is like 2 inches higher than the fucking ring post, and does the flying headbutt off it. Now, Smark's gonna be like, well, look at that! Hardcore action! It was 2 inches higher than the fucking ring post.
And when he wheels Kane out on the forklift, he doesn't like throw him through anything. He gently rolls off into the ring.
So fucking.
And the commentators are just like, oh, wow.
And every weapon shot was to the arm and the back.
With kendo sticks.
The very few chair shots we got was just like, and every time he did it, he had to scream yes to make it even less hardcore. Now, there was a flaming table spot in this match. If you missed it, you didn't miss fucking anything. Kane lit one side of the table on fire, and another side, leaving the middle totally free of any fire. Cropper, he doesn't like, remember WrestleMania 22? Spear right through the fucking fire. Cropper awkwardly nudged Kane, who like trips and falls like he slipped on a banana peel, into the middle of the table where there was no fire. And then 10 referees show up with fire extinguishers, spraying Kane, and Kane's going like, ah, when he's getting sprayed. So it looked like he got hurt more by the fucking dust from the fire extinguisher than from the fire. It was so G-rated. He was like, ah, ah, and the announcers, when he went through the flaming table,
They start coughing.
watch our Fun in the Cell video, the spot where Undertaker backdrops Mick Foley into the thumbtacks. We make Cole go, oh, that is exactly what happened when Kane went through the flaming table. This went like, oh, wow.
And then Jerry Lawler's like pretending to get sick from the smoke. He's like,
Do you remember WrestleMania 22 when Edge speared Mankind through the flaming table? Joey Styles went, oh my god! The smell of burning flesh! Foley might be seared! It was epic. This was bad comedy.
they were just like, ha ha, he
went through a flaming table, Maggle. It was so fucking G.
How did these 3 assholes have jobs?
For a hard, and not even the commentary. Like, yeah, it would have been better if they sold it, but just everything that happened was so G-rated inherently. Lamest backstage brawl I ever did see, man. Like, oh, he hit his head off the back of our production truck there, Taz. Oh my god. So he wins with the running knee, which is a fucking shit way to end the match. Super Cropper, because he got fucking beat up with weapons, chokeslammed through a table, beat up by a 300-pounder, and then just won. Going into the match hurt. They made a point to tell us that several times. So Super Cropper, just like everyone and their mother predicted. But the dumbest fucking thing about this, he wins the match. He's the triumphant hero. And the show ends with Kane's music hitting and him standing in the ring making an angry face, setting off his pyro. Why? Is this rivalry going to continue?
No.
So I really like this pay-per-view. Lots of good shit. 2 bad matches. But one of them had a good outcome, I guess. That main event was so bad. Find a way to see it, because you'll laugh your ass off. It was so fucking stupid. I feel like this was a really short review. Did I skip a match or something?
I don't. Did we? Let me see.
I don't think so. I should probably check the notes that I'm folding out and about to throw in the garbage.
I don't think we skipped anything.
Whatever. Good show. Really fucking shitty main event. The Shield match was awesome. The Triple Threat match was good.
Commentators just need to die.
They're so fucking terrible. Fuck them and fuck Cody Rhodes.